everyone. Today we're here at the start of the Alpine Loop here in Ouray, Colorado, and we're going to be running Engineer Pass and talking about implementation tips. And our first tip of the day is getting prepared. You know, when you're thinking about switching ERP systems or doing any sort of upgrades, you want to get prepared. So getting prepared includes what are your requirements? You know, thinking about processes and making sure that new software has everything that you need. So today, as we were getting prepared to go up Engineer Pass, I made sure, you know, I had all the tools that we needed in case something happens. And I've already aired down the tires because that is required. So we're gonna correlate Jeeping here with implementing new ERP. So stay along for the ride and I'll get you to the top of the peak. All right, we're about a mile into Engineer Pass here, and I'm coming at you with the next tip for your implementation. So after you figure out your requirements internally, you are going to want to talk to your partner and ask them if Business Central or any other ERP system that you're interested in meets the needs of those requirements. Business Central out of the box may not meet every requirement that your business has, so you may have to look at some additional ISVs to try and get some of that functionality as well. So you want to make sure early on that you know these requirements so that you can voice these to your partner and have a good picture of what an implementation is going to look like, what the system is going to look like once you're done getting that implemented, so you're not midway through and figure out that you're missing some functionality or you need to add an ISV. So that's tip 2 for you. All right, tip number 3 coming to you here on Engineer Pass. We're at one of the old mines here, and as you can see, it's being preserved here. They are trying to restore it, but this fits in. So you've got your requirements. You're talking to your partner. The next thing that they're going to want to do is they're going to want to do a discovery. They're going to want to look around and they're going to want to investigate and talk to you about your processes. They're going to want to make sure that this new implementation is going to be successful for you. They're going to want to make sure that all your processes can be handled within the system. Any customizations they know about at this point. So that's number 3. All right, so you and your partner have gone through discovery. The next phase of the implementation is going to be the configuration. And this is going to be the time where your partner is building out your system. They're configuring any settings that need to be set a certain way. They're importing in your master record, so your chart of accounts, customers, vendors, items, things like that. It's also the time where ISVs get involved and they install their solutions and they get that configured. So this is just really kind of like a time where the client gets a little restless, right? Because you want to get in the system, but you really can't at this phase yet. But once configuration is done, we're going to go into training phase. And then next is go live. So let's continue on with the trail here and get you to the peak of your Dynamics ERP solution. All right, so we're here overlooking another mine here on the Alpine Loop. I'm heading up to Engineer Pass. And the next part of the implementation here is training. So we got through configuration. Now we're going to go into training, and this is going to be where your partner or your consultant, your subject matter expert, is going to train your team. And you are going to learn the system. You're going to learn how to transact in the system. You're going to take all your processes, all those requirements that you did at the very beginning, that requirements gathering, and you're going to run through all of them during this stage. So we're still not live, but we are transacting in a test company more than likely, or a sandbox environment. Once you get past this phase, that is going to be go live. So the next video that you're going to see from me is the peak of Engineer Pass.
I remember how cool that is.
All right, we made it to the peak of Engineer Pass here, which means that you are ready to go live with your implementation, and you've gone through discovery, you've gone through configuration, and also testing and training your employees. So you are ready to go live. So what comes next, right? Well, support, right? Over the next few months, you're gonna need support. You may need some additional training, different things like that. So utilize, your partner, utilize your local user groups, local SMEs that can help you utilize a system and get to the peak of your Dynamics ERP solution. Thanks for joining the journey, and we'll see you next time.
Riker.